Inside a hospital in Brooklyn. They say he was armed with the knife and holding two people hostage.
Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo live at Methodist Hospital with the breaking details tonight from police on exactly what went down. Anthony, what do we know?
Well, Mike, Sandra, police say they negotiated with this knife-wielding patient for about 7 minutes, trying to get him to surrender in a tense standoff that happened right here in this hospital behind me. Hospitals see all kinds of emergencies, but this one, well, it raised everyone's blood pressure. Tonight, it wasn't just ambulance lights flashing outside of New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital, but the lights of NYPD emergency service units and police cars by the dozens.
Everybody was a little scared.
Nurses had just taken Maya's mother from the ER into a room to be examined when all hell broke loose. Word of a man with a knife in the hospital and then gunshots. Maya had to evacuate without her mother.
Got irate because we don't know what's going on. Nurses are scattered, police are running all over the place, so who's going to watch my mom?
Police who had poured into the hospital at around 5:30 this evening were still there hours after the standoff with a knife-wielding patient, a man in his 60s who had barricaded himself in a room on the 8th floor with an elderly patient and a security guard, threatening to kill them and hospital staff.
Now, do you understand now why these nurses are going on strike? They're going on strike over pay, healthcare insurance, but also they're going on strike because they want more security. There you go. They've been saying this, and this is the reason why, one of the huge reasons why these nurses are about to go on strike in New York is they're saying they don't have enough protection in the hospital. Exhibit A. This guy came in there with a knife. I believe he shot a couple people. I don't know if he killed them, but he shot and stabbed some people. I think he was killed by the police, but come to find out, he's a former NYPD officer, 62-year-old. But this is the reason why these nurses are about to go on strike. One of the key components is safety. There's no reason why you should not have enough security in there to where this doesn't happen. Police officers gotta have something. Mom Donnie, we need your help. Even though they did call for the lowest crime rate, but these nurses are going to go on strike because they said there's not enough security. Does it make sense now? I get it now. I didn't know the hospital was getting down like that in New York. They said the suspect died at the scene. Police say the hospital security worker and patient were with him when officers responded, but details about injuries to others haven't fully been released yet. So he came in there and he barricaded himself in a medical facility, and it's just crazy. It's crazy. Armed man with a sharp weapon, initially described as a knife, barricaded himself in a room inside of New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital. It's crazy. This is the reason why these nurses are like, you know what? We need some more security. We need somebody looking out for us. And it totally makes sense because this shouldn't happen in a hospital. This shouldn't happen for people trying to take care of people and trying to keep people alive. We need more security. That should be the standard for the hospital. Like the hospitals charge so much money to people that come in here, but you telling me you can't spend a couple dollars on some more security to where this doesn't happen, to where you don't have to call the police, to where somebody doesn't get shot or stabbed? So I get it. I get it now. I get it now, nurses. Yeah, I think for sure you need that.
Before he came face to face with cops.
When they got to the room, they saw blood all over the walls, floor, and splattered across the exterior of the door. The subject came into the door frame and displayed the bloody weapon.
Police believe the patient had cut himself with this homemade knife. Police say they gave multiple commands to drop the weapon, but the patient refused and tried to close the door to the room with the other patient and guard trapped inside, while cops struggled.
Wait. The security that you do have got barricaded. So you telling me a 62-year-old man punked the security guard and kept him in the room, and security guard not do? Who are you guys hiring, hospital? Who are you hiring? New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital. The security guard's in the room, so he got the security guard hemmed up, and he not trying. Nurses, I get it. I understand why you're going on strike now. I get it, because they hiring one person, and he the one that gets trapped in the room with the guy with the knife. Are you? I get it now, nurses. I'm in your corner 1,000%. I hope you get all the money that you're supposed to get, but hopefully you get security, mandated security or mandated police officers at your place, because you should not have to be worrying about somebody keeping y'all barricaded in the room. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You shouldn't be worried about a rent-a-cop not doing his job, getting punked, and now he getting punked. Now he's stuck in the room too. That shouldn't happen. The security guard shouldn't be getting caught up like that. That's sad. It's disgraceful. Like, whoever hired him, he's to fire him. He's a terrible security guard.
To force the door back open.
The subject then advanced towards the officers again, still with the weapon in his hand. Officers again deployed tasers, but those deployments were not effective. Officers then discharged their weapons, and the subject was struck. He was pronounced deceased a short time later.
John was getting dialysis on the 7th floor when he heard the shots.
So I start running for my life, and I'm going that way. And
Are you serious? Out of all the people they pick, it's what we pick, huh? This is what we pick for the information. John Brown, patient. We pick Big Sassy. This is what we picking, huh? This is what we picking. I have to watch it. This big old sassy man didn't do nothing. You didn't try to do nothing, John. You look tall. You look big. Why you didn't do nothing, John? John Brown, why you didn't do nothing with the earring in the left ear? John, you too big to be. You too big to not to be helping, John. You too big not to be helping. John Brown, you was on dialysis. Liver messed up. What we doing, John? You didn't try to help. You look like you used to be a linebacker. You're too sassy, John, not to be helping.
then I just hear a bang.
As if going to the hospital wasn't already unpleasant, this was downright terrifying for patients and their families.
Oh, my
Wow,
goodness.
that could even happen.
How could this happen? Well, police right now are still trying to determine how that patient came into possession of that sharp object. The other people barricaded in the room, the other patient and the guard, were told they're okay. The guard is being examined for possible anxiety after all of this.
The guard is being examined for anxiety. The guard is being examined for. You got to stop hiring people that ain't going to protect you. Got to stop doing cheap things, hospitals. New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital, you got to stop being cheap. How does your security guard have anxiety problems? Like, I don't get it. How does the security guard have anxiety problems? Because he got his ass punked by the 62-year-old, hemmed up in the corner, barricaded in the room. We got to do better, New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital, please. Whoever that security guard needs to be fired.
Of life, that knife-wielding man who was a patient at this hospital and we're told admitted yesterday, but we do not know for what. That is under investigation. Also unclear what set him off tonight.
I think the man was trying to, what do they call it? Suicide by a cop. 62 years old, former NYPD. He knows their rules and regulations. He knows what will make them shoot. He knows. They shot him with a taser gun, didn't run, didn't hurt him. He kept going forward. It sounded like more like a suicide by a cop than anything. He used to be, it says right here, he used to be a former NYPD officer. Probably retired, bored, drinking, health all toe up, got the bad news that something wrong with him. He's like, I'm about to go out with a bang. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like a exact suicide by a cop. But first of all, we got to say this. We understand why nurses is going on strike now. Because now you got security officer that's supposed to be protecting you. They got anxiety because they got beat up by a 62-year-old. So nurses, I understand why you're going on strike. Get your money, get the right security. Make sure you get some real security up in here. And then John Brown, Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always going to keep this thing rocking. Go get her Patreon coming soon. Daily morning show coming soon. Keep on rocking. Nurses, get your money. Hope you guys go on strike. I'm out.